This is the Conservative Czar, July 22nd, 2023. And I want to go over a little bit today's themes I've gone over before, but I want to try to hone in on one aspect of it. The MAGA movement, the conservative movement, the Freedom Caucus movement, one of the essence of it, and it is that we believe in reducing the size and scope of government. And I think I and most conservatives believe that reducing this is what is important, not just keeping it the same. It's already got too much power, too much regulation. It just soaks up so much money. And aside to this, these Democrat liberals who purport to be supportive of the poor force all of the money that we get for social welfare through the government, which could take 80% of that money, giving a pittance to the poor. If they took all that money and got rid of the bureaucracy and just handed it to the poor, that would be better than what they're doing. That's an aside. We get back to the basic point. So most conservatives want to shrink government. The trouble is, I don't even think in the Republican Party, if you put up in the Congress, and we had a vote, okay, a real vote, about reducing the size of government 15%, you wouldn't get a majority. 5%, you wouldn't get a majority. You might get close to a majority of the Republican Party. I'm not talking about the Democrats. You might get close to it if you said, and in fact, I think you would get a majority of Republicans to say, let's just stop the spending. Well, that sounds good, but it's all in the small print, because reducing the size of government is saying we're going to keep it the same. For most Republicans, keeping that the same is saying we'll allow for cost of living increases, so that the government can grow 5%, and that's breaking even. We've slowed the increase in the size of government, and that's the inconvenient truth here. That we believe it. I'm saying that probably you would get 60 or 70% of the Republican voters to say we want real reduction, and you might start at 5. I would go to 15 with a heartbeat, but that's not where the Republican Party is. Democrats aren't for sure, and the Republican Party isn't even close to that. On this bedrock principle that we all espouse, even those Republicans that will vote against 15 or 10 or 5% real reduction, even if you talk to them, no, we want to reduce the spending. They're lying. And it's at the heart of the problem with the Republican Party and why we have so many obstacles to the conservative movement. It's almost the necessity of a third party. This is the Conservative Czar. See you next time.